You might want to check this out.
What? Oh, God, are they waiting for me? Maybe not.
You're the only lib I saw being humiliated by One Nation on national television.
Surely they're not still interested in that. I mean, there must be a dozen better stories.
It doesn't matter what they're interested in. You just get out there, dump on your opponents.
Why? What's happened?
No, that's what your opponents are for. You get out of the car, you don't stop walking. They hit on the nursing homes, you attack the Labor Party, right? If you don't stop walking, you're through the doors, you're safe.
Ignore the question.
That's what the questions are for, Mr. Fielding.
Ignore the questions. Dump on Labor.
And don't, whatever you do, stop walking.
Mr. Fielding, in this week's Bulletin magazine, Laurie Oakes details a dinner attended by 3 Sydney North Shore Liberal MPs. The Prime Minister is reported to have come under severe criticism at the dinner.
Were you one of the 3, Mr. Fielding? Did you attend the dinner, Mr. Fielding, and did you question Mr. Howard's leadership?
Is Mr. Howard a liability to the government, Mr. Fielding?
Did you leak the story to Laurie Oakes?
And will you still be welcome at the Prime Minister's cocktail party at the Lodge tonight?
Would you like to comment, Mr. Fielding?
If they expect me to wear the collateral damage in a fractional bloody reshuffle...
Nothing you can do, mate. You ought to read this. The Libs are tearing themselves apart.
Stuff them, bloody undisciplined rabble. Hey, are you sure Barry McKenna had nothing to do with this bloody reshuffle?
Barry's dead, mate. Told you, let him go. No looking backwards.
Yeah, maybe I should quit. Teach the bastards a lesson.
Can't, mate. Blow your super.
Jeez, they make it hard for a bloke to stand on principles.
This is rubbish.
I tried to warn you, your mobile phone and your pager were both turned off.
I have never, ever, nor would I ever call the PM a somersaulting rodent. Backflipping the government into opposition?
No?
No. Of course no. God, who in the party says this sort of thing? Treacherous bastards. I bet it's Costello's lucky cam followers. Well done.
Not to mention Brian.
Brian's one of us.
Not anymore. He's firmly in the Costello camp now.
Oh, God, the PM's going to have seen this.
He has.
Christ. I've got a message to ring his office.
They've phoned you 3 times. I said you weren't in.
Well, I am now. And I'm going round to set the record straight.
I wouldn't.
Vanessa. My PM has to know now that this is absolute rubbish.
Mr. Fielding, pledges of loyalty are meaningless around here. You have a much higher priority. Your ass, excuse the French, because if you didn't say that, somebody else did, and they've attributed it to you. Now, we need to find out who and why. Now, who was at this dinner?
Chris Nankervis, Bobby Shearer and me. We have dinner every Tuesday night.
What happened last Tuesday night?
They started bagging the PM. Policy somersaults. I said, let's get some definitions on the table, fellas. I quoted the PM. Listening to the electorate and responding is not somersaulting. It's thoughtful government.
Were the words somersaulting rodent and backflipping the government into opposition used?
We were there till midnight. On the Shiraz. Look, I know I didn't say anything. And I didn't talk to Laurie Oakes. I've never even met him.
Nankervis or Shearer must have.
No, we have an agreement.
An agreement?
Yes. Whatever we say around the table stays around the table. Look, I trust them totally. We were at Trinity Grammar together. I've got to talk to them.
Abbott, Minchin and Heffernan are at this moment hunting the corridors looking for you.
Thank God for telephones. Vanessa, close the door.
Hey, Craig. Cone. Big night tonight, eh?
Yeah, what's on, Kev? Cheryl Kerno going to crack a smile.
No, it's not that big. Robert Ray's dinner. You going?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Oh, I told the fat Indian I wouldn't miss his farewell for the world.
No, it's not his farewell, mate. It's his testimonial.
Yeah.
20 years in the
Yeah,
Senate.
yeah.
Bunging it on for a fundraiser.
Great, we can write some input credits.
No worries. See you there.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Get in here. Get in here. Hey, shut the door. Mate, what's this about a Robert Ray dinner?
Beats me.
What? You're my bloody eyes and ears, mate. This dinner's my perfect opportunity to piss in some pockets. Get another portfolio, get back on the front bench.
Okay, mate, okay. You've got some electoral business. The Buddhists will be here at 11. They're still on about that temple.
Yeah, but, you know, what about this dinner? Sort it out, time and place.
All right. Ness!
It's Vanessa to you.
Hey, love the PR job you're doing for your new boss. National Telly, Bulletin magazine. Oh, and it's only been 2 weeks. Ever need any advice? Door's always open.
Any luck?
Dan Curvis and Shearer aren't in.
On the same basis that you aren't. Well, that's a huge worry for starters. Either one or both of them could be candidates for setting you up.
I don't get it. An election could be called any minute. How in the hell are we meant to be fighting the Labor Party when we're busy stabbing each other?
It's a level playing field. Labor's all stabbing each other too.
I rang Caroline. She thinks I should go and see the PM. Tell him the truth.
Fine.
So I'm going. Now.
Go for it. What exactly are you going to tell him?
The truth.
That Nankervis and Shearer bagged the PM and you didn't.
That's the truth.
It's also going to sound like you covering your own ass. Excuse the French. One of the few certainties around here, apart from the emptiness of pledges of loyalty, is that everybody assumes that everyone else is looking after number one.
Then I'll just cover my contributions for the night's proceedings. I didn't do anything bad against the PM.
Meaning by process of elimination, they must have.
I wouldn't be saying that.
That's not the point. One of the other few certainties around here is that any word you utter that can be misinterpreted will be.
How the hell does anyone manage to tell the truth round here?
No one does. It's easier not to. You lie low for a while. Just leave this with me. I will get to the bottom of it.
The dinner's tonight at the Ming Dynasty at 8 o'clock. This is the guest list.
How have you got that?
I was over at John Faulkner's office for a campaign meeting. They were talking about it. I had one of his people send it over.
Oh, Jesus Christ. OK, who's the big man extending his corpulent largesse to? More importantly, who isn't he? Who's he pissing on from a very great height? Bloody hell! Barry McKenna's on this list. What's he doing here? Left-wing scumbag paying tribute to a brother from the right. Tan, I'm not on the list.
What?
What's going on?
Mate, I haven't cracked the team for the bloody dinner tonight.
Bullshit.
No bullshit. I'm not going. Barry bloody McKenna is.
What? Maybe it's a mistake.
Faulkner doesn't make mistakes.
What's going on with the chair and the boxes?
Chair? Oh, no, we just had to make some room. Tanya's moving in. Just unofficially. She's got a Senate campaign to run, so we're all sharing, Me, you and Tanya. OK?
Don't worry. We won't have sex on your desk unless ours are filled with boxes.
Mate.
If I can't crack that list in front of half of those slugs, in front of Barry bloody McKenna, I mean, there's something bloody sus about this.
You have to get yourself on that list.
Of course I bloody do. Jesus. If the electorate knew the crap I had to go through in their interests.
Hi, Ned. Gina, thanks for coming.
No probs. I've organised Catherine from Abbott's office and Robin from Breton's staff to come too. Between us, we should be able to work it out.
That's great, thank you.
So, big career move, huh? Deep in shit twice in a fortnight.
Don't you start, okay? What's Bronnie saying about it all?
Yeah, she's laughing her head off. Someone's finally put the rodent on the record.
And what about Michael? Does she think he leaked the story?
She wouldn't know. She's so far out of the loop these days.
Oh, Gina.
Yeah, I know. Puts me out of the loop too. Really bugs me. I'd be a total ignoramus if it wasn't for the girls.
Yes. What did Abbott say?
He reckons your boss, Nan Curvis and Shearer, have obviously gone over to Costello.
It's not true.
Well, that's what he's saying. He said if they think they can hide today, they'll have to show their faces at the cocktail party tonight, and if they don't, it's proof they've gone over to Costello and they are dead.
Obviously.
Okay, well, what about the leak? Who spoke to Laurie?
Well, Bonnie wouldn't have a clue as usual.
Brereton says it came from Costello's people.
So does Abbott.
Gee, bipartisan agreement.
Abbott reckons Costello supporters are worried Howard won't step down after the election.
That's what Brereton says too.
Oh, twice in one day.
They're Catholics.
And they've hung my man out to dry.
Sounds like it to me.
Well, I'd better get back. Oh, Jesus, a division. He's going to have to leave the office.
I don't care if Richo's on the nose. Mate, he might be now, he wasn't
Mate, a
then.
piss-up of the Ming dynasty wouldn't be a piss-up without Tony Dunn.
Mate, you owe me.
Who didn't let him
gotta
down?
crack his
Tony
list.
Dunn, mate. Hang on. Mate, put us in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I teed up a guide to show him around.
What about the division?
Stuff it! I want fried rice for tea!
Oh, there you are. I've got news. It's going to have to wait. Abbott and Heffernan are right behind me.
Oh, God. I feel the need for a wee.
Good idea. I'll see you at the office.
Michael Fielding?
Who's that?
Doesn't matter in the scheme of things. Listen to me. We think you're all right, but you made one fatal mistake. You followed your father into the wrong camp.
Who is this?
Don't speak. Just listen to what I have to say. Our man likes your style, your courage to speak out. He's been keeping a close eye on you, and he thinks you're shaping up all right. He doesn't even mind you don't support Essendon.
He doesn't even know my name.
He knows your name. You're just in the wrong camp. Listen to me, Michael. If we lose government, there's going to be the greatest bloodbath in our party's history. You can be spared. It's up to you. You can go to the cocktail party at the lodge, waste a couple of hours sipping Pimm's with yesterday's man, or join us and drink a toast to our man's 21st century. One chance. Take it or leave it.
But, mate, it's like favours have got a bloody use-by date all of a sudden.
What's the point of doing favours if no bastard's going to feel indebted?
Well, you're not wrong. Leo, just the man I wanted to see.
Now, mate, I've got a big dinner to organise.
Yeah, I know, mate.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Mate, the Buddhists. They finished the tour.
I'll send them round again.
Mate, you can't.
Book them in a question time.
Mate.
There's nothing else for it, mate. I'm not going to be a bloody laughing stock. There's only one thing left to do. You're going to have to front the fat Indian and beg.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, believe what?
You begging Robert Ray.
No, mate, not me. You.
Me?
Well, of course. Oh, you don't see Alexander bloody Putin begging George W., do you? Intermediaries, mate. Bloody diplomacy. And you've got the gift, mate. Go on. Off you go.
Tone,
Give, mate.
thought you said you were going tonight,
Yeah, no worries.
but you're not on the list.
Oh, it's a typo, mate, but there's something bloody weird about McKenna being there, eh? What's the problem, Ken?
You obviously haven't heard.
Well, between you and me, Kev, my eyes and bloody ears have been a bit awry of late. I haven't heard what.
Well, I heard they only invited Barry McKenna
And not you. To keep him sweet. What? About what? Well, that's the thing. I heard you only lost aged care because of McKenna. No. Collateral damage in a factional reshuffle. Crap happens. Barry McKenna's stitched, mate. I was told. No, mate. I heard Barry has a truckload of dirt on the right. Threatened to slash and burn us if you ever got back on the front bench. The factional reshuffle came afterwards. What? He stitched you. Once and for all.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Neither am I. What else would you expect of Costello's supporters? It's the same pathetic bully boy stuff I copped at school.
No, I mean, I'm not surprised because my information is that Nankervis and Shearer have already gone across to Costello.
When?
I don't know exactly, but my sources are usually reliable. And now they've approached you. Now, the toilet cubicle's the classic approach. They say the fate of every Liberal leader since Gorton was sealed in a toilet cubicle. It was impossible to have a poo during the Howard Peacock years.
Vanessa, I don't care. My father would have never deserted John Howard, and neither will I. Why would I turn my back on the man who has single-handedly clawed this country up from Labor's social and economic ruin?
And whose time is up.
Sorry?
It's not 1956 anymore.
You support Costello?
Of course. He's our future.
Now, call me naive, but I happen to hold values important. My wife doesn't work, nor should she. Homosexuals shouldn't be allowed to marry. And apart from that, what do they actually do with each other? Basically, Vanessa, I'd quit politics rather than line up with those so-called progressives. And I'll be damned if I'm going to live my life in fear of telling the truth. No, I'm going to that cocktail party tonight, and I'm going to tell the PM exactly where I queue up. On his side.
Ask him what homosexuals do.
This a meeting or just a piss?
I suppose on reflection you could describe it as a matter of convenience within the confines of a convenience.
No worries. Now, this Barry McKenna shit hasn't reached Tony's ears yet.
Fine.
But he wants me to front Robert Ray. Bow down and beg for an invite to the Ming Dynasty tonight. I'm not doing it. Waste of bloody time. McKenna's kiboshed him going. Expecting me to humiliate myself.
Yes, well, there's some uplifting news on the Barry McKenna front. Unless you're Barry, of course. Which only goes to prove that good things come to those who pray hard enough.
Mate, guess what? Was on my way over to Robert Ray's office.
No, mate, no, stuff him and his bloody testimonial. I've been wasting too much bloody time trying to get there. Mate, you told me Barry McKenna was dead.
Yeah, mate.
Now I hear he stamped me never to return to the front bench.
Listen to me, mate.
The reshuffle came after. My own bloody faction screwed me. Did you know this?
Mate, listen.
Mate, your info was dud. Tanya's got a bloody point. It's not good enough. You're my bloody eyes and ears. I count on you.
Mate, Barry's dead.
Oh, give me a break.
Barry McKenna is dead.
Oh.
Literally. Carked it, shuffled off the mortal, met his maker, cactus, extinct.
Mate, you know I'm not into wish fulfillment.
Mate, he sat down to his favourite beef in black bean sauce with cashews at the Imperial Mandarin last night and choked on a cashew.
Oh, you bloody ripper. Oh, you bloody ripper.
I reckon someone suggested mouth to mouth and everyone looked the other way.
There is a God!
And he wouldn't fit on the bloody Ambo's trolley.
Oh, it's gonna be cramped in the left little corner of hell.
You've obviously heard the news.
You betcha. Who cares about Ray's bloody knees up? We'll save the bloody money.
I thought you were desperate to piss in some pockets.
Priorities. Tomorrow I'll desperately piss in some pockets. Tonight, we've got bloody more important things to do. Hey, now pay attention, you. Get your eye back on the ball.
Okay, yep, gotcha.
Right. Now, Barry McKenna's widow. Flowers. Find out who's sending what, make sure ours are the biggest. Now, the funeral. Find out who's organising it. I'm delivering the eulogy.
Your suit's pressed
Thank you.
and your car is organised for half an hour.
Has this been a day or has this been a day?
Well, I've heard of days like this. Never actually had one, though.
But we did it. We came through it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yes, we did. And Vanessa,
Yep,
we may have our philosophical differences.
it's a democracy.
Yes, thankfully, and hopefully never a republic. But that aside, we are on the same team, aren't we?
I promise to always do my job to the very best of my ability.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Anyway, I've finished for the day. Anything else you need?
No, off you go and have fun.
Thank you. Good luck.
Who needs luck when you've got John Howard on your side?
Vanessa! Ness! Woo, looking hot tonight. Hey, my offer still stands. Hey, you didn't happen to see Tony and his millstone on your way down, did you?
No, but there's a group of Buddhist monks looking for him too.
We're heading over to the Holy Grail for a drink. You interested?
Oh, look, I'm really sorry, but I only socialise with men whose IQs are higher than their blood alcohol content. Hey, what's up?
We've nailed Laurie Oakes' source. Guess who?
Vanessa!
Hello, you've reached the office of Michael Fielding. We're unable to take your call right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Mr. Fielding, it's me. I don't know when you'll get this message, but I think that there's a valuable political lesson in it. We've identified Laurie Oakes' source. Someone with a massive grudge. The waiter in the restaurant. Next time, remember to leave a tip, huh? Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. No! Vanessa!
Join us in the corridors of power again next week. And tomorrow, two old sparring partners are back to battle it out in the stadium. Find out who's faster on the buzzer and who knows the most when Tony Squires and Rebecca Wilson compete on head-to-head tomorrow night at 6 on ABC. Stay with us now for the challenge of music trivia on Spicks and Specs.